So in this video, I did a coaching session with Andy. He's an electrician out of California. He's getting into commercial work and he had a bunch of questions, and I feel like I want to share it here on the channel and get some content out while we're building out the new studio to give you videos on our brand new deal with FieldPulse to get you more van videos and how we're going to level up and talk more about how you're going to use Garvin Industries to up your business. All our sponsors and all our affiliate links are down below, but let's get into the video and I'll commentate on the coaching session that I had with Andy and some of the most important things I think you need to know if you're beginning or starting to get into commercial work. Let's go.
I need you to just write a shotgun list because we're going to get to the bidding on the second half, but let's just talk about the plans.
Okay, so Andy was talking about he had a set of plans and he sent them over to me and I took a look at it. I had it open up on my screen actually over there. And I wanted to give him a shotgun list before we even began of some of the most important things you need to think about when you're doing commercial work.
So when you get commercial plans, the first thing you need to do, and again, you're especially because you're in California, this goes for anybody anywhere around the country, every single page on the e-plans, you got to read it. You almost have to read every note in detail. How I normally do it is I have a blueprint printer at the shop. So what I will do is I will print every single page out and I will get a yellow marker, blue highlighter, red highlighter, green highlighter. Anything where I have an area where I have a question, I'm going to put an RFI, request for information. Industry standard, I'm sure you've heard of it.
Right.
So you want to, right now on your piece of paper, I usually do it right on the blueprints, by the way, but sometimes I'll do digital. So then I don't have to rewrite it and type it.
Okay, so RFIs, before I bid any job, I do that. I take out the blueprints. Now, whether I put it on my screen or on a tablet, whatever you want to do, I have a blueprint printer. Links down below to my blueprint printer. You can buy it on Amazon. A lot of you guys did, so thank you for supporting the channel. I will highlight everything and mark my RFIs on the plans because this is just my rough sheet. I'll print out several plans, and you'll find out sometimes in commercial jobs that they're going to send you several versions as the plans update when it gets closer. So my first set of plans that I print or I mark up on, who cares? I'll always print a second set later. I like to do it digitally if it's a big plan. You got multiple pages because if I write it out, then I'm going to have to type it out. I don't want to do twice the work, but I just find it easy to throw it on the table before my crew gets there to look at it, before I discuss it with anybody, and automatically look on there and look for my RFIs, requests for information. Without good RFIs and feedback, you can't bid your plans, okay? You need to know who the utility is. Have they been contacted? Is the underground plan and work done? Is it going to require a transformer? Where is all this going to look located? My RFIs are very clear and simple. Anything on the plans I see, if it's calling out for lighting control and lighting control is not called out for make model, I'll send an RFI and say, do you have a preference on lighting control? Or it might call out only using copper, which you know and I know it's code that we can use aluminum. So sometimes it's just a cut and paste. They don't mean that. They probably don't even care. You want to ask those questions because now you can bid it for aluminum instead of copper. But sometimes they'll say, nope, copper only. You got to be careful. Read every single one of the plans. Let's go to the next one.
You want to make sure you date that.
Okay, let me pause. Now, when you send out your RFIs, you want to make sure you send out your RFIs with the date that you received the email. So I would say sending RFIs based on plans emailed on December 13th, 2022, page E1, E2, whatever it is. When you send your RFIs, be super clear because later when you get a revision, you can date back and say, hey, I asked you RFIs on that one and then you didn't get the new revision or maybe they didn't send it to you. It happens, but at least on your contract or on your paperwork, you're going to have it dated correctly, and that's what you're bidding on.
Of course, you want to do a site visit, right? Once you get down, before I even bid it, most of the time, I'll do a site visit.
Okay, so these plans are a TI, tenant improvement. There's an existing shell building. It's an office building, whatever it is. So you can do a site visit. Super important. This isn't a big project. It's probably a 30-day project. I assume it's probably going to be in the $25,000 range just by looking at it. I'm not sure what Andy's going to bid it, but what you want to do is definitely do a site survey if you can. Hey, are you getting something out of these videos? If you are, have you subscribed? We're about to bust 10,000 on this channel. I want to thank you. 1 year, 10,000 subscribers. That's amazing. We're a super niche for electricians that want to be electrical contractors and for electrical contractors that want to level up. Hey, are you getting something out of this video? If you are, click right over here for part 2.